championship rings. These are Duke's 4 national championship rings, with another one on the way as they won their 5th national title under Coach Mike Krzyzewski this past spring. Most of you know Duke as a basketball powerhouse, but not all of you may know the mastermind behind this machine. His name is Mike Krzyzewski, or Coach K for short. I'm going to ask a couple members of my audience to come up here so that I can tell a story of why I chose Coach K. Sports have always been a big deal in my family's life, and one of our favorite things to do is fill out the March Madness tournament bracket. Every year I try again to fill out the perfect bracket, doing research and trying to find every little upset I can. My mom, on the other hand, goes to the very end and writes in Duke, which I ask her every year, Mom, they're having an off year. Why are you doing this? And she says to me every time, they have Coach K. I can't bet against them. Bang, the $1 million answer. They have Coach K. Every 4 or 5 years, I think to myself, why didn't I listen to her? Because Duke wins another national title. And this year, that thought dawned on me. And so my mom made national championship shirts that let us know that she was first out of the 50-some-odd college guys, and we were all just participants, letting us know that Mom knows best. So this is kind of why I chose them, because at an early age, I've always been rooting for Coach K, and it's just been ingrained in my head to root for the Duke Blue Devils. Most all of America, at some point, has heard of March Madness or college basketball. So maybe by learning a little bit more about Coach K, you will have a greater love of what it brings to the table. The Duke program is an elite one, or as Dick Vitale would say, super scintillating and sensational. But today I'm not talking specifically about Duke. I'm going to be talking about Coach K and what he brings as a coach, as well as a mentor and philanthropist. I'm going to begin by talking about the journey he took to becoming one of the greatest coaches the game has ever seen. He began by being an assistant coach at the University of Indiana. After this, he was promoted to head coach of his alma mater at West Point. He spent 5 years here before being promoted to head coach of the Duke Blue Devils. Things didn't start off easy. In fact, in his book in 2006, Success Beyond Basketball, he states, saying, we started off rough, 27-30 in my first 2 years. People were calling for me to be fired. These people sound as foolish as a spaghetti eater in a white t-shirt because the wins kept piling up. In fact, last year eclipsed the 1,000 mark and is now the winningest coach in D1 college basketball history at 1,018 games and counting. One of these keys to success, written in Rosabeth Kanter's 2004 book, Confidence, How Winning Streaks and Losing Streaks Begin and End, Coach K states, the key to winning is not losing twice. This means that you can come back from a loss, but when the losses start to pile up, the confidence is gone, which can be gold in sports. It can accelerate you to the next level. He also instilled this in his NBA players by leading them to 2 gold medals in the Olympic Games. He leads his programs the right way, too, which leads us to our next point, and how he not only molds them as players, but as people as well. Coach K has always been known for his leadership and how he develops players and holds them to a high standard. According to David M. Schlossman's paper, written on August 26, 2012, about personal philosophy and leadership, he uses Coach K as an example, stating Coach K starts off his relationship with his kids by building trust. After he has gained their trust, he instills the core values and teaches them the keys to being successful academically. NBA star Grant Hill stated, the most important thing of all Coach K has taught me is the values and principles of life that I will carry with me throughout my time here. After all these years of coaching, he never has once been brought up in a scandal around his program. He not only teaches them great things, but he backs it up by giving to Emily Krzyzewski Family Life Center, as well as Duke's Children's Hospital and the V Foundation for Cancer Research. So I know I've hit you with a lot of information, but this guy has done some amazing things in his life. So I'm going to wrap things up and condense it so that you will be able to remember some of these things. I know most of you know Duke, the basketball powerhouse, but now I hope that you will know Duke and Coach K, the mastermind behind this machine. He compiled up the wins and the medals, but he also instilled core values, taught them about academics, and held them to a higher standard and showed them to do things the right way and be successful while doing it. So I know not everyone here is going to be a basketball lover, but I hope you will understand what Coach K has done for people who are in the spotlight by giving them a great role model to model themselves after in their careers. Quotes he says constantly in some of his interviews, one of my favorite is, "I don't look at myself as a basketball coach. I look at myself as a leader who happens to coach basketball." I think this quote sums up why Coach K is such an amazing coach as well as a person. Thank you for your time.